Dirty, huh?
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Okay. And joining us from Poland are two men with as much Witcher knowledge as one can pretty much get. CD Projekt Red lead quest designers Błażej Augustnik and Philippe Weber.
Hello.
Hi, Błażej,
Hello,
how are you
hi.
doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Yeah, you're good? You're happy? You're excited?
Yeah, I am, sure. I want to see what we are going to do here.
And Philippe, how confident do you feel?
Oh, I mean, I'm not sure. I have to admit, I'm very excited, but we're gonna fight. That's sure.
All right, well, fair enough. I think it's one of these sort of like weird things where you're like, no one's really competitive, but then suddenly everyone's very...
Yeah.
Look at you leaning in your seat, all aggressively ready, Declan. Anyway, let me explain basically the game mechanics of like how this is going to work. So you're divided into teams. So Lauren and Błażej, you're the blue team, right? And Declan and Philippe, you are the red team, okay? So in a minute, I'll start with the questions, and there's basically going to be 9 in total, which is 4 for each, and then 1 deciding final question for all of you. And each question earns your team 1 point. But answer incorrectly, and the opposing team has the opportunity to potentially steal your point. So, I mean, feel free to obviously deliberate with your counterparts, your other team members, but obviously the opposing team is listening, so don't give too much away or you might lose a point. And, you know, you viewers at home, do you think that you can outdo the pros at all of these Witcher lore questions? But do share your answers with us by tweeting using the hashtag WitcherCon. Right, hopefully that's all clear.
It is.
Medium.
Yep. Lauren, that you do know
yeah.
that we've replaced there's panels underneath you. If you get a wrong answer, you go into the fiery depths. No pressure. Whatsoever.
No pressure at all.
I mean,
I'm confident. I think Błażej and I.
Are
Wait,
we
was
safe
that?
here?
It's actually fire and spikes.
fire and spikes. Just when you think fire can't get any worse, there's spikes into the mix. Well, just me and your weird little mind works, Declan, but we like it. That's all good. OK, so first question is for the blue team. So let's see how well you really know dear old Geralt. Ooh. So, for a man of surprisingly few words, he's actually got a huge amount of monikers. Can you name all 6 of them?
6.
6. There's 6.
There is 6 of them.
I have them on this card here, just in case.
Does The Witcher count?
No.
I mean, no.
OK, let's go with the
other
easy
6.
ones then. Let's get the easy ones out of the way, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's the White Wolf,
The White Wolf.
which in Elven or Elvish is Gwynblade. In English, that will be pronounced how? Gwynblade?
Gwynblade.
Gwynblade.
It's Welsh, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Butcher.
got 2.
Butcher of Blaviken.
Of course.
One of the more popular ones. Classic.
The classic B.O.B.
Isn't there another
there's
Butcher one? There's another one with Butcher.
The Butcher of White Orchard.
Yes. OK, you got
Okay.
4.
Yes.
Okay.
Couple more
And
to
there's another one I wanted to say about. There's the one we used in the game also. It's a throwaway line in the books. It's Ravix of Forhorn.
Forhorn, yes.
Wow.
Czteroroga in Polish.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Sounds kind of
yeah,
dirty.
yeah.
Sounds kind of dirty.
It does. Have you ever... No.
No, it's
Okay,
just
so-
Polish.
So we. Does all
you got
Polish
one more?
sound dirty?
We got one more. One
Okay,
more.
one
Can you
more,
get
one
it?
more.
It's a really... It's really going to kick yourself. It's
Okay.
a quite straightforward one.
The white one? Just
The white one. The white one.
Let's see if they've got
that
it
was it?
right. And they have, yes. All 6 right. So the
Okay.
point goes to you, Lauren.
Nice.
Kicking
See?
off. That was a tough...
That's like a multi. I think we get more points for that because that's a lot
I'm
of answers.
registering a protest because you missed his 2 most crucial names, which is Stan the Hat.
Oh.
Where Stan the Hat is his side gig where he sells illicit kittens in Blaviken. And Bob. Bob is
Bob.
a nice name for a... Bob, that's a nice name for a Witcher. Bob.
Bob the Witcher.
And any Blackadder fans out there will
Yes.
get that.
And you know why he said it like that?
Why?
Because he used to have a stutter. So it was...
Bob.
Yeah.
Well, we also forgot a really important one, because when Geralt was a young guy, Vesemir asked him to, what's your proper Witcher name? And I think he wanted to be Roger Eric Duot Bellegarde, and Vesemir told him he's an idiot. So I think that's always my favorite one.
Yeah, but he was a little kid then.
Very long
we
name.
also could say that it's Sir Geralt because he did get knighted at some point, right?
Right.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I feel like
Rivia.
there's a lot of...
Geralt.
Yeah.
As we
You
said,
have Mev stepping in.
Like, How long can we keep going right
No,
now?
the point's already gone. I think that's basically it. But it was fun to hear all these other names. That was pretty good. So, red team. So now we're on the topic of Geralt. Which creature or being gave Geralt the scar across his left eye? Was it from winking too much, ladies?
Yeah, those are excellent questions.
Think it has something to do with a bird-sounding name.
Okay. You're going to need to be a little bit more specific than that.
Cockatrice of something.
A little bit more specific than that.
Spala.
Cockatrice of Spala?
Ah, yes,
That
they've
might
got
be
it
it.
right. Ding, 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 ding. Point to the red team. Oh, even Steven.
How many times is that said in the
Thank you very
game?
much.
How many times? Is it said a lot?
I'll be completely honest. I think it's just kind of a throwaway line. It's Geralt mentions it, but I could not recall if there is a big story behind it. That seems like something maybe we should do at some point.
This is some sort of worrying, wibbly lore we need to hammer
Yes.
out here. Not okay with that.
I'm very disappointed that has been used because it's the best character name ever. Because could you imagine, like, Witcher Season 7? And it's like, good evening, I am the Cockatrice of Spala. And I have come to kill you.
I would fully watch that.
I don't think it talks.
Fully watch that.
You don't think it talks?
All right, okay, next question for the blue team. All right, so from ghoul bites to other things that have kind of strange effects on the mind and body, who or what is Rydwaith Carthian? Is it 1, a monster that controls minds? Is it 2, an exotic plant? Is it 3, heartache in Hanlinga? Or is it 4, an influential mage?
It sounds made up.
Most lore does, I'm not going to lie.
I think I know this one.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm afraid
go
of saying
ahead.
it. Okay, we're going to try it.
Just do it. Just do it.
I
Just do
think
it.
it's an exotic plant.
Are they right? Is it an exotic plant? Yes, you are correct.
Nice.
Point. To
I didn't
the
even have to
blue
phone a
team.
friend.
I didn't. I'm just pretend I did.
Okay, right, red team, are you ready? Oh, wow, very ready, aggressively so. Right, okay, so it's not just plants that you should be wary of in The Witcher. The universe is full of dangerous creatures too, and each one more horrendous than the last. Which far from friendly foe's silhouette do we see here? Is it number 1, a gold dragon? Number 2, a basilisk? Number 3, a griffin? Or number 4, a green dragon? Let's see it.
First of all, I did not approve this picture of me at all. It's
It's like a weird Rorschach test, right?
It is like a griffin had copulation effects with a basilisk and had a baby and fed it fire. I
It
don't
looks
know.
like me coming home from a night out.
I think because the way it's hunched over, what would you think, a basilisk or a griffin? No, it's not a griffin.
I mean, maybe it's a bit cheating because I do recognize that it's from the game. So but it's made for me.
It's not cheating. That's the point. Where you being here?
What are you going with? Final
How long
answer.
were you going to let us
Yeah,
go
it's
back and forth?
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be a basilisk, but it could also be a cockatrice, maybe of Spala, but I will go with basilisk because there's no cockatrice here.
Or it could be
That's
me.
not one of the answers.
Hold on.
Okay.
If I was like this.
Yeah.
It's
there we go.
kind of
It's
you.
very similar.
Like if you spilt some wine on the floor or
Exactly.
something. Yeah, very similar. Okay, let's find out if they've got the correct answer. Yes, it is number 2, a basilisk. Well done. Point.
Perfect.
This is getting... okay, I'm into this. This is fun. Right, question for the blue team now. Now, we already know that Henry Cavill was a huge fan of the books and the games, but it seems that he wasn't alone. I mean, apparently, Lauren Declan, your colleague, Tomasz Baginski, wanted to get the show made so badly that he went kind of all in on a very extreme gesture. But what gesture was that? Number 1, he wrote a passionate 25-page letter telling Sapkowski why the show needed to be made. Was it number 2, that he showed up at Sapkowski's office to serenade him for a full hour? Sort of hope that's true. Number 3, he made a pilot episode in which he portrayed both Geralt, Yennefer and Ciri. Actually, no, scratch that. I want that one to be the one. Or number 4, he lobbied to make The Witcher part of Polish cultural heritage and thus secure a special grant needed to kickstart production. So many good endings here, but which one is it?
I'm a big fan of the second one.
I have heard Tomek
and I
sing.
would like to live in a
Yeah.
world where this is true, but I don't think it's true.
So, Do you know?
I do. I know this one.
Yeah.
Although I'm still a little bit surprised by the detail that I didn't know, which is I knew that he wrote Sapkowski a letter.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to make fun of him because who writes a 25-page letter?
I mean, first of all, who writes a letter anyway? But like, I mean, I presume was it handwritten?
I'm sure.
There's no way that was like, it's got to be cursive with like a quill or something.
I really...
25 pages. Did you read it?
Do you think he read it all?
I do think he read it. I mean, it's Sapkowski. I think absolutely he read it.
Yeah,
and then he probably ripped it up and threw it away.
That's a shame. I really wish that this existed so that we could read it. I want to know what anyone can say for 25 pages.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. But should we check that the answer's right? Unsurprisingly, it is correct.
Okay. Well, can you get it somewhere? Can you read it?
That'd be awesome. We got to get a copy.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet we can ask for it.
I think this needs to happen.
But I also
Yeah.
think we should have him serenade Sapkowski at some
Absolutely.
point, just for the sake of
Definitely.
our glee.
That did happen. He told me this on a
No.
drunken night out. Because he got turned down on the 25-page letter. Because he camped outside that door in the cold and the wet for 10 long nights. And eventually, started raining down soggy letters, pieces of letter, and it's like, go away from my window. So he starts to sing, fails, he leaves, he comes back 1 month later with the real thing that changed the whole deal, which was 25 Bavarian mimic owls, which he set upon Sapkowski to fly through his window, and every time he would try and go to sleep, he would go, "We need to do this. This must happen. Read the letter. Give in to Tomek." And it worked.
Now you guys see why the writer's room of The Witcher is so much fun.
This is bad.
Yeah, madness. I love it.
But it worked for him, so it was
It
great.
did. It's great.
It's
But
good.
we have to get this letter.
Lovely. I mean, moving on. Red team. Okay, so as you all know well, lots of things get lost on the cutting room floor, and some probably it's better for the better. Which cut did CDPR regret, though, in retrospect? Was it number 1, a sequence where Ciri fights monsters whilst ice skating? Is it number 2, the ability to swap horses? That's just mean. Poor Roach. What would the game be without? 3, making the game a multiplayer. Or 4, making Geralt an elven mage.
I remember this one. You got the easy one.
It's a cheating question again. Of course I know that.
You know that one?
You know it.
But
Yeah, we all know it.
I'll give you a try because I always get the video game questions.
Yeah, maybe because I don't know the answer, I'm going to have to guess here. It's either going to be swapping horses or ice skating with monsters. I mean, ice skating with monsters, I hope that was the thing because imagine at the end of it, like she does a pirouette, chops the head off a ghoul, and then there's like people at the end holding up scores, 10.9 technical merit, gore factor 9.
I love that. I would watch more ice skating shows if there was more
Right?
bloodshed. Let's be honest.
That's the only thing that's missing.
Right.
This needs to happen in the Olympics. Monster ice
But,
skating.
I mean, Ciri has some great scenes ice skating and, hurting
Yeah.
people. So,
It has to be that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me.
Philip, is that right, Philip?
I would say, yeah, it's right. It's one that hurts the most. There's, of course, always many cuts that hurt us a lot. One colleague of mine had a bad cut that was called troll poop. He's still very sad about that one. But the ice skating is definitely one of the hardest ones. Yeah, true.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
ice skating. Perfect.
Let's see if they're right. And you're right.
Thank you, Lauren.
Wow, yeah, you accidentally.
I
You got
really
too involved in being right there.
I did.
No. Oh, okay, all right, it's all right. Still all to play for, don't worry. So, right, Lauren, okay, blue team. Now, when you think of The Witcher, I mean, it's really hard to not think of monsters. And, Geralt may not actually face that many monsters in the books, but he does see his fair share within the series, of the games and the show. My question is, which monster isn't mentioned in the books and games? So, is it number 1, the Doppler? Number 2, Alp? Is it number 3, Sylvan? Or 4, Selkimor?
Okay, so the Alp is a vampire, and it's definitely mentioned. The Sylvan is mentioned as well, and Doppler has its own story, and there's like a character. I don't remember the Selkimo anywhere, so that would be my bet.
I am going to
Do you
firmly
agree?
agree on that one. Yes.
Okay,
right,
are
we
they
got it.
right? Yes, they are.
Yes, they
You
are.
guys, obviously you're going to know all the answers. I would be mad if you didn't, right? Okay, so there's a bit of a reason why I didn't ask you that question, Declan, because I believe that actually this we're about to see here is your handiwork.
Indeed, that is it. And there was another picture of it actually swallowed up poor Geralt.
Yeah.
And then Geralt cut his way from the inside out, killing the Selkie Maw.
Yeah.
And then he flees past Jaskier, who's going, what's going on? And then thousands of baby Selkie Maws come out chasing him while Geralt's covered in slime.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, we had to change for the script, and I had finished the writer's room, and you called me while I was on holiday in Spain, going, I need some dialogue for a pub patron who's describing this scene. And I was on a train, and I might have had a few riacas, and I like to act out the dialogue. So there was a packed train, and I was going, you know, covered him all it did, swallowed him, giant obsidian teeth of death. And everybody on the train was
loving it.
Loving it. Well, not loving it, calling the police.
Yeah. Did you get your own seat though? Everyone's like, I'm just going to like slowly move away from that.
So I was texting it to Lauren, and it made the cut. So I'm delighted.
It absolutely did. What didn't make the cut is the actual Silky Maw.
Yeah. Oh well. Next time. But we got the Kralak in, so I was really happy. Which is the Roachhound.
I have to say that is a really great scene. Like his whole speech there, where you're like, it's brilliant.
It's one of those things where it works out better not actually showing it.
Yes.
It was really cool. And that was Lauren's smart idea.
Save a bit of money on special effects there.
Yeah, totally.
Right, we've got another question for the red team here, and it's another one about names. So, who is the Viscount de Lettenhove? Is it, number 1, the Ike of Denzile? Is it number 2, Jaskier or Dandelion? Or is it 3, the Detlef van Echretijn? Man, I'm having a day. 4, Gonta Odim.
We would all be burned at the stake, quite rightfully so, if we didn't know this.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
Horsey.
I agree.
The fans would drag us out and bury us alive.
Okay.
It is Jaskier and Dandelion. Of course, it's very important to him.
Let's see if you're right. Yes, you're right. Well done.
Big surprise.
Not so much. Jaskier, Dandelion, Julian, Alfred, Pancrats. I mean, call him what you want and say what you will, but I do think we can all agree that the Bard always looks like $1 million. And he isn't the only one. Philip, I hear you guys are making sure that the Witcher 3 is looking equally suave and sleek on all next-gen hardware?
Oh, do I get to announce that? All right.
Yeah.
So if I can say, yes, we are working on a next-gen update for the next-gen consoles to make The Witcher Wild Hunt look extra smooth and extra great again. Of course, for people who already own the game, and of course also on PC, we'll be able to upgrade for free. So I'm also really happy to say that for this upgrade, we collaborated with Netflix for some free DLC to add to the game. So as an example, you might be able to wear Geralt's armor, you know, inspired by the Netflix series. And we'll have more info about that in the future.
Is it me or does Geralt look a little bit moodier? A little bit moodier in that one. But I'm very excited as an excuse to play it all over again.
Well, he's standing in fire, so yeah.
That will always do it.
That would do it.
I mean, yeah, you're going to have a bit of a frown.
Absolutely.
So, seeing as we've got at least one illustrator here in the studio, I thought it'd be kind of fun to play a round of Pictionary. So yeah, the pencils are coming out and basically all bets are off, guys. So Lauren and Declan, I'll be giving each of you a card with a word or phrase on it, and it's going to be the same word or phrase. Now, it's your job to draw it to the best of your abilities within 60 seconds. Now, while you're drawing, your partners on the line are basically going to start guessing, and the first to guess right wins.
Okay.
Sounds pretty clear. Okay, so
We
both
got
teams,
this.
please turn over your cards. Take it all in. Okay, the timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we've got 60 seconds on the clock. And remember, guys in Poland, Boazie and Philip, let us know as soon as you know.
Okay, I'm going to draw my finger because it's
Yeah?
not working.
I think
Everyone always blames
I think
his
I'm
tools.
seeing a ghost.
Skullface.
I'm seeing a moon wraith. I might be seeing.
Has a big fin on the
knight.
back. It's like a... No, it's an arm. Sorry, it's an arm.
The other one is cool. I see a cow with teeth. That's a monster.
That's 30 seconds gone. It's totally a
Like
monster.
so far, it has like four limbs, but it looks like very spidery.
Come on, guys, have you got
Crawling on
any
the
idea what
floor.
it is? Shout out if you know.
No, it's a ghoul. It's a ghoul, right? It's like, it's very spindly, the face.
Oh, you got it.
Stop. Yes, you are right. It's a ghoul.
It has to be. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
look
just
at
life.
it.
Like, that's uncanny, my drawing to that.
Yeah, it was a pretty good, yeah.
So with the final point going to the red team, that tallies up to a final outcome of 4 points to the blue team and 5 points to the red team. Declan's team is the winner. And
The
Philippe.
only thing is, I think it's on me, having said I'd play dirty, to play honest, because we wouldn't have got that point without your team's assist. So I think, in fairness, it is the blue team who wins.
We helped.
Oh, wow.
Exactly, yeah. So I think we should present a little, just a tiny little token of a prize. Just a wee little thing you can put in your pocket.
What is happening?
It's
There was a prize. No one told me there was a prize. I would have actually got... Actually, no, I wouldn't have been able to answer
Great
the questions.
prize.
I don't know why.
I'm just curious what the prize is going to be.
You won.
Oh.
Okay.
You got that
Are you
for
going
us?
to ship this to us?
This is living in right beside Lauren's pool. Blue team,
Wow.
I present to you Sir Gwyneth of Gryffindor.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe you did this for us.
That's okay,
It's
because
so
I
amazing.
get a consolation prize.
Thank you.
What?
What are
Which
you doing?
is-
How do you feel there, Wajé? Oh, wait, well, you can't just keep... Well, wow.
I
this
mean,
is
I
taking a
hope you
turn.
ship this to
I'm taking-
Poland, right?
I'm
So I
taking
can
this back on the
put
subway
it in
with
front
me.
of my house.
We're going to share custody of this, I think. We can just take turns,
You're
6
gonna-
months
Yeah,
at a time.
yeah, exactly. I get half a year, you get half a year, and
Perfect.
Exactly.
I mean, you have a
concerned
pool, you have a pool,
I have a
right?
pool, I was gonna
so
say.
it floats, right? Is it polystyrene?
Sure it does.
So, you know, put the kids on that. They'll love it.
What do you have over there?
Oh, yeah, Philippe, do you...
Concerned.
I think I have a nice little halberd.
Okay.
It's good for shaving.
Oh, so that's our
I mean,
prize?
how do you guys in
I
Poland
like it.
feel about that? I mean, Philippe, like, are you sad that he just gave away your giant skull prize?
I mean, I'll be honest, like a halberd like that is much more useful in the day-to-day business. So
Absolutely.
I'm happy with that.
They both work for home defense. You walk in the door, you see the halberd, you turn around, you leave. But you walk in and you see a giant
That
griffin
thing.
head and you say, who the hell slayed that? And I'm not messing with him.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than paying for those
I'd
alarm
much
unit
rather
things.
much rather have the skull.
Yes, agreed. I think the prizes laid out exactly as they should have.
Okay, so we'll
Yes.
swap weekends and weeks, all right? We'll just post it back and forth.
Every third Wednesday or
Sounds
whatever.
perfect.
Okay. Well, look, Blue Team, it's my supreme pleasure to, very unofficially pronounce you WitcherCon 2021 Lore Masters. So, I mean, do you want to share like a few words of victory with your fans or any potential, future usurpers to your crown?
No words of victory. It's just been so exciting to be here and doing this today. And I've loved working with the team from CDPR on this too. It's been great to partner up and actually, maybe someday we can end up in the same place at the same time. That would be exciting too.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Exactly. All four of us, the skull and the halberd.
Right.
That sounds like a party I want to go to. Not gonna lie.
Some little
it's a
barbarian
date.
mimic owls.
Yes, it's a date. WitcherCon 2022 maybe.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Yeah, that sounds
with
good.
lots and lots of fans.
Yep.
Definitely. So I do actually have one final question for you guys, for our Lore Masters here, and there's no points to be earned. Your win is safe here, but you could unlock a secret reveal for the audience if you get this one right. Okay, so we talked a little bit before about Geralt's ghoul bite earlier, and after that incident, Geralt is taken to safety by Yerga, but the White Wolf isn't really having it. He asks Yerga to take him to the Blue Mountains, saying, "He'll save me." Who is Geralt talking about here? Come on.
It's got to be Daddy Pants, right?
I mean, I wrote the line, so it's kind of unfair for me to answer
Okay,
it.
good.
I mean, if Geralt has like one guy who he's always looking out for, it's usually Uncle Vesemir.
Yeah, okay, it's Vesemir.
You are absolutely right. The answer is Vesemir. So well done, well done. But also, I have to say, Lauren, I did hear kind of like some sort of mutterings backstage that this sort of might be the year of Vesemir. So can you explain to me why? To be fair, I shouldn't really been eavesdropping, but why is it the year of Vesemir?
I was going to say, we cannot keep anything secret, can we?
No.
So, I've spoken a lot about Vesemir. I'm really excited to introduce him in season 2. And to finally meet this man who basically created Geralt, who shaped Geralt into the Witcher that we know and love. But it's a little bit more than that, actually, because even before Witcher 2 is launched, we are launching our first anime feature, Nightmare of the Wolf. And we are so excited for audiences to see this.
Wow. That looks incredible.
That is pretty exciting.
That is very exciting. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And if you notice, there's a date on this, so you're not going to have to wait very long.
That's really soon. It's that kind of time. I'm really sorry to say, but it is basically the end of panel 2. So I'd like to thank Błażej and Philippe for joining us from Poland. And of course to Declan and Lauren. And you guys at home, I mean, did you beat the pros? Did you get more questions right than they did? I don't know. Well, we'll find out soon enough. But I do hope that you stay tuned, because if you've enjoyed what's been revealed so far, you do not want to miss the next reveal that's coming right up.